Morning, folks. Up here at Hacienda Rosa today, we're going to be doing some trail maintenance. I figured I'd just take you guys along the ride with me. You can see my sound gears back here today, so we're going to see how this ends up being with sound quality today. I'm just kind of experimenting a few things, so forgive me if the sound quality is not as well as usual, not as good as usual. It should be okay throughout the day, but it might be a little bit off. Before we go up into the forest, though, I want to show off here Hacienda Rosa. This is basically it's a three bedroom guest house. It's one bath, big kitchen, big living area, huge outdoor living area here. Nice big beautiful porch. There's an outdoor shower right over here, guys. Nice little sunning area if you want to take a quick shower, lay in the sun, rinse off again, rinse off, have some privacy. If you prefer more of the hammock style, there you go right there. Beautiful hammock on a nice lawn that's basically sitting here and overlooking El Yunque. Right up there, guys, that's El Yunque National Rainforest. It's one of the, I think it's the only tropical rainforest or tropical forest in the park system in the States. And look at that beautiful view of it. It's beautiful today. It's actually pretty clear. You can actually see the top there, and you guys probably can't see it, but I can. At the top, you can actually see the towers up there. Beautiful view. Just kind of imagine yourself coming over here, sitting underneath this big, beautiful, majestic mango tree here, and sipping on your coffee right here in these chairs, looking out this amazing view. Clearly, we have a little bit of grass maintenance to do up here. I'll have to add that to my list of to-dos. But yeah, right down here. And if you don't really want a full guest house, right down there, just below us, that's the Sugar Shack. They actually also rent that out there. You can see the solar panels that power a little bit of electricity they have in there. Super simple setup. Off-grid down there, more or less off-grid. We do have a power line run just so there are the amenities for the people who do need them. But yeah, down up here, it's mostly up at the top house here, full amenities. You got everything you need. There's basically fans in every room. There's no AC because in the tropics here, in order to do AC, you basically need to board up all the windows or use like a plastic, instead of a screen, you have to use this plastic film on the windows to keep the cool in. So no AC, but there is a beautiful breeze most of the time up here. And yeah, what a gorgeous view. So just wanted to plug that while I'm up here, since I do work up here, but there's also a place to stay here. So if you guys are interested in the projects we're doing, or want to check out Puerto Rico at any time and check out the work I'm doing here, or just have a beautiful place to stay on the kind of eastern side of Puerto Rico, this is a really great option for you. Beautiful landscapes here. Here's a nice little kind of forested little garden here. Got the papayas up. There's a guava tree here, a bunch of papaya, and then all along this little drainage ditch they planted pineapple. So before my time, they're already thinking way ahead and making sure they have some pineapple growing. And they noticed that they liked a little bit raised, a little bit more well drained, so they put it on the raised part of this drainage ditch. And look at that right there. There's your first pineapple coming on. I think this is the first one of this entire row, so that's pretty exciting, both for them and for us. One last look over there at that beautiful place to stay, Hacienda Rosa, with the mountain view right there, kind of obstructed by that palm, but you get the idea. So yeah, we're going to be heading into the forest here now, do some trail work. We're trying to open up a nice big trail system on the property here. They have about 4.5 to 6 acres. We're actually not 100% sure on that, because the property titles and everything here are a little bit wonky. But we are working on a full trail system for everyone to kind of come through here. And so Rio and I are going to be helping make that much more easy to access for most people here. So we actually are using a electric chainsaw, because that's all we have, but we have no electricity up here, so we had to bring our little mini generator with us. And we're going to essentially, this is one of our main trails right through here. This is Rio, by the way. I think you guys have met him before, but in case you haven't, Rio's more of the hands-on, get the maintenance done kind of guy. So we're out here today working, and the goal today is essentially to clear this area so that we have this is a beautiful straight trail over to a great lookout area, and we're considering building a nature wilderness deck out that way. But we want to make sure that we have access out there before we actually start doing any of those major infrastructure projects. So that's where we're starting here. We're going to start with cutting up some of these trees. A couple of them are still alive, but just downed because of the hurricanes from 3 years ago now, 4 years ago. It's been a while. 3 years ago, damn.
September, 3 years.
Wow. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. Again, apologies if the sound quality is a little bit different because we're just trying something new with the sound on my back, and then when we are actually working, I'll put it on the ground, so it'll probably be a little bit better then. So we're going to get started, and you'll probably hear some music in the background as we work. I'll probably stop and interject a few times when we see something cool, or some cool animals passing by, or maybe a huge termite mound. We've had a couple of those in the trees here. It might be kind of cool to show you guys. So until we find one of those, I'll stop blabbing and we'll get to work. All right, Rio thinks he's found a cucubano over here. A cucubano is essentially one of our fireflies here on the island. There he is right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a cucubano. So they have two little lights on their rear end here. I don't think we're gonna actually be able to see the lights, obviously, because it's daytime, but you might be able to see where they emit it. But yeah, it's our cucubano, Puerto Rican kind of firefly. They don't light up like continuously. They kind of light up and they'll flash a light and then continue flying. You'll kind of see them keep flashing and flashing. Beautiful little insect on this beautiful heliconia, very pink and orange. Really nice flowers here. So far so good. We're about halfway up this path here, this trail that we're working on clearing a little bit to make it easier for us to use as a trail for people. This area we actually haven't walked for a while, so we're just trying to actually do a deep cleanup so we can actually make it a trail that we can actually use. So that's what we're working on today. And we got about, I don't know, maybe 10-ish trees that we're overhanging the path down right now. We'll use those as edging along the path at the bottom. We'll also use it for posts, whatever else we need that wood for. That's what we're up to, and we're about to continue, so let's keep going. This is the fun part of working on the trails. I mean, it's dirty work, right? But it's pretty fun to be able to be out in nature. And a lot of these trees have been left to their own devices since the hurricane, so it's actually a benefit that we're doing a lot of this work. We're taking a lot of the dead and dying and diseased branches off the trees to make sure that they can continue living without kind of falling down in the future. It's also just for the safety. I mean, when we're out here doing trail work, we want the guests to be able to come out here and enjoy themselves and not worry about a big old tree falling on them, you know? Not only for insurance liability purposes, because that's just something you always have to think about these days, but just for the sake of enjoying nature without having to have any worries. So Rio just went to get some more oil for the chainsaw, so I'm taking a quick little break and just kind of showing you around here. This is a beautiful little spot. There's an ocean view up over there. You can kind of see it peeking through the forest out that way. A little bit hard to see right now. Once we, part of the goal is we'll probably end up taking a couple of these branches down here so we have more of a clear view. Because a view is a sector, guys. A good view in permaculture design, when you're thinking about different sectors, different energies entering your property. And energy, it's not actually an energy, but it's something we want to consider when we're designing, and that being a view. And the owners here have made it clear they want to have a nice ocean view somewhere on their property so they can have their guests and advertise that for the guests. So we've been looking throughout the property and finally figured out that right along here in this general area where I am, and also basically between me and all the way up there and this little slope right here, it's actually kind of flatter than most of the area. So this is the area that we're thinking about really doing some sort of ocean view, because you will see the ocean from there. So we're thinking about doing something like a yoga deck or an outdoor wilderness deck or something, either basically between the level right up there, just slightly uphill from where we are now, to somewhere down here. So obviously the further we go up, the more of a view we'll potentially have, because it's, in the forest a little bit higher. The more elevation we have, the better of a view we potentially have. It's nice to be able to come, into the forest and check out the ocean too. So you're gonna have both the forest experience and the ocean experience in one place. That's the beauty and the magic of Hacienda Rosa here. I love it here. I mean, obviously I'm working here, so I'm going to promote it, but I also do love it here. I came here as a kid. This is kind of somewhat of a childhood property, but I'm now able to actually explore it and help them kind of develop it into some sort of form of beneficial for them, for their site, and also an offering for their guests, because they do have 2 guest houses on site, and they want to be able to offer their guests hiking without having to leave. That's just a benefit, especially if you have kids, coming with kids or anything like that, being able to just stay right where you are and actually go on trails that are easy enough for kids to go on and have a couple nice views on them and a couple nice little features. That's what we're going for here. So we have kind of the full service tropical forest, tropical rainforest, and close to the beach and close to the actual the nature reserves around here. So yeah, it's a beautiful place, and we're just trying to make it a little bit more beautiful. I don't actually know if I said it earlier. I'm Nick, by the way. I'm with Dieto Permaculture, the vlog. It's my company, Dieto Permaculture, and Rio's been helping me all day, so you've seen him throughout the day, and he introduced himself earlier. I think I introduced him, but I'm not sure I actually introduced myself. So hey, Nick here, if you haven't seen me before. And if you have, great. Rio's now back with the chainsaw oil, so we can actually keep working here, and the next step is going to be doing a little cleanup back where we were, and then coming here to finalize this trail by chopping off this and making it into small little bits so we can actually have a nice clear trail here. And that's been something I've been looking forward to for quite some time, because I've been since January I've been coming out here and trying to work on these trails, and it's been really fun to actually start coming out here with the big tools, with the chainsaw, and getting it going. So I'm gonna keep working, and see you soon. All right, folks, I'm almost out of battery, so I want to give you a little sign off and goodbye in case I do run out of battery before we end this little adventure. We're actually just about to finish up this little area right here with this this tree log I was just talking about, but we ran out of gas, so we had to go back down and get gas and everything. And then I just looked at my battery, and the battery is low, so I want to give you guys a sign off before I lose that battery. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. It really helps me get a little bit more reach and have the motivation to keep going. I really appreciate that. And until next time, have a good one.